What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? So we've got some interesting Extreme Z Awakenings happening. As you can see right in front of you, we have the Recoome and Guldo, the Jeice and Burter, and the AGL Captain Ginyu Easying. Looking good, looking good. You know what this means? Since all these guys are Easying, that means the Ginyu Force team for Battlefield will no longer be one of the starter teams, because this team might be a little bit goated now for Battlefield, but we'll see. I guess we will get into the Recoome and Guldo first. It looks like they are sub-EZAs for Captain Ginyu. Kind of an L, because that's only 30 stones we're getting. But oh well. I was really hoping like it would be like Captain Ginyu, and then maybe Recoome, Guldo, and Jeice and Burter could be on like a separate EZA banner, but looks like we're only getting 30 stones for that. Let's get into their passives. So the link set is a standard link set for Ginyu Force. If you run these guys together with the Ginyu Force and other Ginyu Force units, you're gonna have pretty much all of this up. They're pretty much only good on Ginyu Force. Well, I shouldn't say that. We need to read the kit first. Let's read the kit. Basic effects: attack and defense plus 200%, damage reduction rate plus 30%. 70% chance of guarding, and seals the attacked enemy's super attack. After guard is activated, defense plus 100%. Okay, so he doubles his guard. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming super attack. Cool. Has an additional 50% chance of becoming an additional. Cool. When attacking with 12 or more ki, attack and defense plus 50%. Maybe that could be better, but we'll see. For every attack received, attack and defense plus 20% up to 100%. So, okay. So that's 250% defense and then 150% attack. Will that 250% defense be good? We'll see. And when there is an ally whose name includes Ginyu attacking in the same turn, guards all attacks, damage reduction rate plus 30% before attacking, and stuns the attacked enemy. So you want to run this guy in slot 1, which should be doable when he has 30% damage reduction right here, and another 30. That's 60% damage reduction before attacking. And he has guard as well. Let's see the stats. We'll see how good the stats are with the damage reduction and the guard. They look pretty good for slot 1. But we'll see what their super attack is and see if it's good. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, so they're not stacking, kind of an L. Causes supreme damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack and defense. So greatly lowers attack is good. They don't got anything else, but they are sealing and stunning in the passive anyways. I kind of wish they were stacking. If they were stacking, they'll be a little bit better. I do think we need some more Festival of Battle units, because it gets kind of tiring watching the same teams like over and over again. Okay, so maybe they could go slot 1. Let's see. I don't know what are these the buff stats? These are the buff stats, right? I'm not really sure like how good stats are. But we'll see. I could see these guys becoming slot 1, maybe the Ginyu slot 2, question mark? But we will see. What is greatly raises? That's a 50% stack, I'm pretty sure. So 50% stack right there, plus all of this. So their stats might be looking good. So we'll see. Moving on to Jeice and Burter. They are also more sub-easier units using the Ginyu Force. So yeah, we're not getting a stage for him either. Kind of an L. Let's see. Link set. Let's see. What do they have that's different from Recoome and Guldo? So they don't have brutal beatdown. They have everything else, right? Loyalty, yeah. So they just have tag team of terror. Tag team of terror. Probably like one of the rarest links in this game. Like, come on now. Basic effects. Attack and defense plus 200%. Alright, so nowadays they're starting to put the 200% basic effect on every unit, which is good. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. So a 50% chance to super. 70% chance of evading enemies' attack. And space traveling warriors or special pose category allies key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 40%. That's some good supporting right there. Key support is good. Now 40% is pretty good. Alright. Dodge canceling will make this guy not viable, but we'll see if we can hide him. When receiving a super attack, chance of evading enemy's attack plus 10% temporarily. So they gain 10% dodge. Okay. So 80% chance when they get supered. When they proc that, does that only apply to the super attack, or does it apply to the attacks afterwards? I don't. Let me know down below. I'm not too sure. I might need to test that out. When there's a Ginyu ally, another 10% chance to dodge within the turn before receiving an attack. So you could float them off and they'll still get that good. And all allies attack and defense plus 30% for 2 turns. Wow. They have 70% support. That's crazy. 70% support is nuts. Do these guys support? No, they just tank. Okay. So you can put these guys slot 1, Ginyu slot 2, and then these guys slot 3. Let's see what the super attack effect is. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Raises attack and defense by 20% for... Wow, so they have 90% support within the turn? That's going to be a lot. You will have to have this guy in slot 1 though if you want that. That's going to be tough. Dodge canceling is going to be tough, but the amount of support this unit gives plus dodging support, that's a W in my book. Though I do want them to start making tanking supports. I would 100% prefer tanking supports over any other support. Like a support, you can just put slot 1 and he just grants the entire rotation support. Now that would be amazing, Dokkan. That would be amazing. Next up, let's go to Ginyu himself, the star of the show. The leader skill is pretty much the same. They just add the key. I kind of wish they would buff the leader skill, but it's whatever. Oh, look, I never really noticed they put before body change in the corner right there. Okay. Links. Pretty much the same as the Ginyu Force. They have Gentleman, so we're not gonna have Gentleman up that much. But we have pretty much all the other ones, right? No respect as well. But we have a majority of these links with the Ginyu Force. Now let's go on to the passive skill. Attack and defense plus 200%. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. 20% damage reduction. Ginyu Force category allies ki +1. Attack and defense plus 60%. And chance of performing a critical hit plus 20%. Wow. That is a lot of support on Ginyu Force. Wow. So if you play your cards right, you have a 90% plus this 60%, which is 150%. Wow, that's nuts. That's nuts. When attacking with 12 or more ki, attack and defense plus 150%. Per Ginyu Force category ally on the team, attack and defense plus 20% up to 100%. So if we do want a fully buffed Ginyu, we will need 5 Ginyu Force units. That's gonna be tough if we don't get a, I don't know, part 2 Ginyu Force? Question mark? Because that's gonna be hard to get him to max power. You're mostly gonna see probably 60 to 80% most of the time. When there's another Ginyu Force category ally on the team, which we could just put one of the other sub EZAs on there. Attacks effective against all types, and 50% chance of launching an additional super. So you have 2 supers, okay? No crit, alright. For 1 turn from the character's entry turn, or when HP is 70% or more at the start of turn, chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate plus 30%. Alright. Let's check his super attack effect. Raises defense, raises attack for 1 turn, okay? So he's defensive stacking when he's in base, along with the 50% damage reduction. We'll see how much all of his stats give him, but if we could get his defense up to 3 million, he's looking pretty good. 3 million, we'll see how much defense he gets per super, but yeah, if he gets a lot of defense, he'll go crazy. He'll go crazy for sure. Even in base, he just has 50% damage reduction just as long as you have the HP. That's nuts. Plus the support is nuts. Alright, let's move on to the Ginyu Force. So his body change can be activated when HP is 70% or less starting from the 4th turn. So you will have to float him off, maybe? They don't really show his... Yeah, they don't show his condition. Okay. Weird. Alright, let's look at the basic effects. Recovers 59% HP. 250% to stats, to attack and defense. Launches an additional that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. Attacks effective against all types. And 50% damage reduction off base. Okay. When attacking, 150% to attack. Chance of performing crit plus 50%. And 70% chance of launching a super. When receiving an attack, defense plus 150%. And chance of evading enemy attack plus 50%. When there's an ally whose name includes Jeice on the team, foresees enemy super attack. Oh, wow. Let's check his super. Greatly raises attack. Oh, no defense. Okay. Okay, so I guess what they want you to do, beginning of the fight, stack defense with him, end of the fight, start stacking the attack. Okay, I see. So 50% damage reduction, 50% dodge, 50% crits, a bunch of additionals, 70% chances. Okay. Wow, that's kind of nuts. We got to see what his stats are looking like. If he could stack up pretty fast, then he's looking pretty good. But if he's like a slow stacker, then his passive might need to carry like that. 50% damage reduction has to carry him. That dodge needs to carry him. That 150% to defense is actually huge. Let's say he has like I said, like we get to the like 5 to 6 million range. Like he could have like 12 million defense, like easily. Plus 50% damage, like crazy. Plus 50% dodge, like yeah. Ginyu Force looking pretty good. For Ginyu Force specific teams, there is a big hole. I don't think like running full Ginyu Force will be the move unless like this next LR just like blows Ginyu Force out of the water. But you know, we'll see. But Ginyu Force just got hella buffed, and that's good to see. They're probably gonna be good for level 3 battlefield. So that means other teams got downgraded to level 1. That's all. Would you look at that? Anyways, that's all for today. That's the Easy Ace. Looking good, Easy Ace. I really do wish these Easy Ace were on a different event rather than having these be sub Easy Ace. I kind of wish they had their own event, but it's whatever. Let's see what the community thinks right now. Still gonna be used with Ginyu Force. We'll see if he really needs that. But we'll see. He sucks. Wow, okay. Ginyu Force, yeah. People are talking about the Ginyu Force thing, yeah. Yes. They need... if they super easy the LR, the free-to-play LRs, like, it'll be like... Honestly, I think the holes will be filled, but... We'll see. Well, that's all that's revealed. Hopefully, these EZAs are pretty good. I hope this Ginyu can stack really fast. I really enjoy fast stacks. I think that's the most fun when I have some pretty fast stackers. So anyways, you know, if you like this video, please remember to leave a like and comment down below. What do you think about these EZAs? Do you like the fact that they're all in one, like, they use one metal? Do you want more? I guess more stones isn't the right word, but you know, would you like more events? I would like more events. And please remember to subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.